There we go. All right, all right.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Connor.
Hey, KP, how are you?
I'm great. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Working hard and enjoying all the AI developments that are coming.
Are you keep? How do you keep up with all the the firehose of like all the changes that are coming out?
Oh, it's pretty hard actually. It's pretty hard. I think like it's just spend some time, trying things, and I think the open claw thing is the one thing I still haven't really got into. But
I got my third instance of it. This was last weekend. One more time, went through the whole flow, and this was a different setup. I was trying all kinds of things. First, I tried like the original OpenClaw step by step through my laptop, my terminal, and went through the whole flow. And then
Mhm.
second time, I tried some other setup, tool that was helping. And the third time, this is the third and the final time, hopefully, I tried the third agent that I have. It's called Mini Claw, and this one I used a tool called Cloud Host, and
Oh,
they're basically they give you a VPS and they give you like SSH access into that VPS, and it's isolated. It's not going to run crazy on your local machine and do crazy things.
yeah.
Um, and I really like it. And it's hooked to my Telegram now, and I just chat with it, during my day, and it does all the
Mhm.
things, fires off all kinds of jobs, and it's really fun. And so I can't wait for you to
Nice.
go. Yeah, I can't wait for you to try it. I can send you the link of the setup if you want later. But yeah,
Definitely.
you should try it and also post it on your YouTube because I think you do a lot of these sort of walk through tutorials of how things happen.
Mm,
So yeah, that'd be great.
exactly. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so great to have you here. And so this is the community showcase of March. And as you all know, if anyone's tuning in just now, the community showcase is our live stream where we essentially invite builders and developers from our community, from Netlify's community, who are building all kinds of cool things, and ask them to come on the stream and share their builds. And I do a little bit of a Q&A with them, get to know their stack, get to know their design choices, get to know like why they built certain things in a certain way. And it's just very exploratory. And it's the stage we're setting here is really to celebrate our users and celebrate all the creativity that comes out. And today we have a few folks joining. The first one is going to be Connor, joining all the way from Ireland, right, Connor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dublin.
Yeah. I'm from Dublin. Yeah.
Yes, amazing. And then Connor, and another context is he and I, we go all the way back to before I joined Netlify, and way back, all of our Bolt Hackathon tweets and all of that sort of conversations we had. And Connor's
Mhm.
also has been prolific overall, or through and through, but also has a YouTube channel, does a lot of tinkering, does a lot of builds. And I had you on my personal podcast too, and we
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
we did a
We
vibe
did a good
coding
podcast.
tutorial. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
and now he's also part of AI Shippers, which is our cohort program at Netlify. So thanks for being part of it, Connor. Do you mind actually sharing one or two reflections of your presence there? How are you feeling it? It's been only I think less than a month, right?
Yeah, no, it's been great. Just meeting with people like the CEO of Netlify, Matt and Eric. Those were pretty cool calls. I really enjoyed that, and just seeing what other people are building. Like a lot of the people are probably more technical than I am, so it's like for me, it's like nice to. That's sometimes something that I miss is like getting in touch with the really technical people because like I'm kind of like a fast shipper. I'm just like going like nonstop and like don't get too much into the weeds, of things. So it's nice to learn from people who are like that way more ahead of me in a way.
We have a lot of yeah, we have a great blend. We have a bunch of AI native devs. We have like Clark, right? We have quite a few folks who are like super technical. Vamshi is one of them, and I just like you, I learned just by surrounding myself with people like that and sort of engineering
Mhm.
mindset, right?
Yeah,
And so it's really fun. Awesome.
very cool.
So let's go into your build. Yeah, like why don't you take it away and, and share a little bit about what the context is, what is this project about, and feel free to share your screen and give us the demo.
Sure. So yeah, like as KP was saying, I am a YouTuber, so it's kind of what I do all day, every day now is just make YouTube videos. So one thing I was thinking of is like, oh, I need to like work on my process. So I was like, what do I do every day? I was like, okay, come up with ideas and research ideas. That's like the main thing that I do is like, that takes a long time. So, but then there's the whole process of making a YouTube video, which is actually a workflow. It's the same thing over and over again. You kind of like, you get your thumbnail right, you get your title, you can probably guess how it works, right? I was like, why don't I just try to like make this more efficient? So for started off with the thumbnail generation studio because I thought that would be yeah, just probably the most technical difficulty. I've probably built out some of these tools before
Yeah.
separately, but you can see there's just like a script writer, a title generator, idea refinement. So what I did was kind of go through with Claude, like, what is a good idea? So kind of like trained, kind of came up with a system prompt, I suppose, to find
Wow.
out what is a good idea, and based on other creators in my niche, I suppose, and successful videos. And we came up with like criteria. That's something that I've been thinking a lot about with your system prompt, is like the criteria. Does it match this, and this? And then that's really helpful for when you have an idea and then you go, oh, this is a really good idea. And there's like, does it match like all of this successful, like what a good idea actually is proven to be?
Wow.
So, and then something that I thought would be really interesting, well, I'll get onto that in a second, is the pipeline. But yeah, so just have like a thumbnail studio, and then you can just come up with your title. So say I built an app with AI, and then it comes up with a kind of a pattern interrupt, which doesn't make that much sense that time. Let's see if it does a better one. Um,
And pattern
like
interrupt
it,
is what you mean by hook or state something like that, right?
yeah, kind of like this.
Oh,
These few words or
got
whatever
it.
that my idea for this one was like, some words that might like capture your.
Stand out or something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So this one I just published today, so it came up with this stocks versus MRR.
Mm.
So yeah, and then it
Actually,
just
I'm
like
curious if you so in the field of title, like let's try something like I deployed an app to Netlify, let's say, and I'm curious what pattern interrupt um, will come up with it. Live in seconds. Wow, that is smart.
yeah. So and then you
Wow.
could add your visual elements as well. Like this is all
Right.
work in progress, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so it could be
So
what
those
would be
visuals, I'm curious, do you have like different kind of headshots ready or what how do you get those angles? Because some of them are facing camera, some of them not.
I actually didn't really talk put that in or anything. I just used one photo of me.
Got it.
That's all it is, and it's changing. So it has Nano Banana too, I think, under the hood. So um
Oh, so Nana Banana can actually do those things, right?
yeah,
Change the
it has good
perspective.
reference
Wow.
images now. So before it would kind of just it would make an image of me which wasn't exactly me, and it was
Ye-
like, oh, it's like it doesn't look like me. So but now I think it's pretty spot on, I think. So what would be like a deployment
What is the field? What does it say?
the visual element. So you can
Oh,
have, I just have
yeah,
a
laptop, I
laptop
guess.
open.
Yeah, laptop.
Okay. A laptop. Let's just try that because then it just goes into the box and then you can just generate it. So pretty cool, a little tool. And yeah, I just realized I was just kept on doing this same workflow over and over again,
Yeah.
like the YouTube description. It takes a
And what
while
were
to
you
do
doing before
that.
this? Was it Canva?
Yeah, Canva I use exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Uh, so let's see if this. I don't think it's fully there yet,
I
but
also
I
don't
think
know.
it's.
Did you give it the image though, reference image or no?
Um,
Is it going
no,
to take
not
it
the.
from your existing references, I guess, of your
Yeah,
photos?
so I have references kind of saved
Nice.
up here.
So
So
first of all,
there's a
can I just tell you
reference.
something here? Quick reaction. Like this whole UI that you set up,
Hmm.
epic. Like, did you like you? This is a full SaaS tool, man. Are you kidding me?
Do you
This,
think?
yeah. And I know these are all sort of micro SaaS, tools, right? There's like a bunch of these AI thumbnail generator micro SaaS tools. What I love with your platform approach is that it's like an aggregation of all these small things into one big, thing, and it looks so elegant.
Hmm.
So great work.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I think so. It needs a little bit of work, but we're kind of getting there, I guess.
Yeah. Live in seconds. Yeah, got a laptop and it's got a few like, animations or something like there. And
Yeah, I like the way it does the lighting. That's the thing.
right.
I didn't even say to do that, and that's kind of my color, this green color. So,
Wow.
um, but something that I'm working on then as well is
So
the
quick question on this
pipeline.
while we're
So,
here. Sorry. You used,
mhm.
if you go back there in the 16:9 ratio, like that prompt box, you're basically using some sort of almost like plan mode to collect the inputs from the user and then put that into the prompt box and then send it over to Nano Banana, correct?
Yeah, so it has this elements feature as well. You can add like different elements.
Mm.
That would basically be for the laptop or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
something that. So I think you just kind of do this add elements or whatever. If so, like I say, okay, if I want the bolt logo, for example, I just say
right.
add bolt.new elements. So use
And
the
then you're
this.
referencing it. Wow, that's
Mm,
crazy. Um, so this whole thing you built it, right? And what was your sort of what was your stack to build it?
Actually, the funny thing
Bolt or
is,
Claude?
I made a video about this. It was like, so I don't know if you know that guy Riley Brown.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, he does the app
Vibe code, I think, right?
Vibe Code app. Yeah, so he had a video about this, something he was building this, and so what I did was like I took the video and put it into Google AI Studio, and then like it can get the whole
Read. Yeah.
transcript. I actually made a video about this idea. It was like turn any video into an app. So I was
Wow.
like, I took the transcript and then like put it into Bolt, and then just took a screenshot of his tool, and then it basically built me at this.
Wow. That is wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So good.
Um,
The whole thing probably took you like what, 20, 30 minutes or something?
yeah, like
The initial stuff, I
uh,
guess. Yeah.
this only really took 5 or 10 minutes, and then it was just more kind of. You can see I didn't get good thumbnails at the beginning, so I was like starting to get better and better. This is kind
Wow.
of the hardest part, I suppose. Really, is this refining the thumbnail to get it to where
Right. You
you
want
know
it to be. Yeah.
this one obviously has a little mistake, or you
Right.
don't want that. So but I think the cool thing about this is like this pipeline. So basically, in this one, then you kind of go through it step by step, and it's kind of like going through the context is then saved each time. So you have you put your idea in the inbox, then it goes through this step, and everything then is like already saved as context. Do you get me? So
So yeah, what is that? Sorry, I'm curious. So what does that mean though? Once again, if you don't mind.
yeah, so it's kind of like, let's say you just, the idea is that you go from idea to all of this done straight away. So
Mm.
you can't skip the steps in this
Yeah.
one. In this one, it's going through like, so let's say, uh,
Use the one we just
deploy,
talked about, like some kind of a live in
deploy,
seconds. Yeah.
deploy an app on Netlify, let's say, and you just like save the idea, and then you go through the pipeline. So it's going to like refine and score the idea, and then it goes straight. So you can go through each step. So it's like, I just said the raw idea was
Oh,
deploy an app on Netlify. Now my idea is like I built a marketing AI app and deployed it on Netlify.
nice.
So was the criteria that I was
There. Yeah. Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about. So
Specific
it has like,
outcome. Yeah. 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 Evergreen title. Yeah.
yeah, I tried personal framing, which is good for YouTube,
Right.
and alternative angles here. So then I'll just say, okay, yeah, use this idea. Then I can generate some titles. One thing I
Wow.
actually need to change is like, yeah, okay, yeah. So I have different titles here. So I'll give
And
a
it says
specific.
topic. I like that. Yeah. Wow.
Hmm, that's nice.
And then you click on that. Let's say, all right. I'm chomping at the bit to use this, man, personally.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm not even a full-time
Uh,
YouTuber, but I'm like, even for my, one-off YouTube videos, like this is so powerful. And so that then put you
yeah.
into the thumbnail studio flow. Okay, got it. Got it. Then you generate a
Yeah.
thumbnail.
So you can see now we're in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I, yeah. The idea would be that would automatically generate a thumbnail based on our
Yeah.
title, because they're always together, I suppose. That hasn't been done yet. Then I've got the script.
Right.
Um,
And the
I haven't
script
even tried that yet.
is, let's see, yeah, I'm curious. If the script is about like what to say for you.
Yeah, like I've put the system prompt in already, so it'll
Yeah.
give me the hook and then like
Oh my gosh. Wow.
the next part. And then like I don't like scripting out the demo part, so yeah, I said like don't write any script for this
Just show the
part.
demo. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so it's like tells me what to do here. And then rehook, that's something I like to do is like
Wow.
try and hook people in again. Um,
Are you kidding me? This is super valuable. Like, have you posted about this like a public? Maybe I've missed it. Like, I'm gonna retweet the hell out of it. Like,
no,
this
no,
is
I
so powerful,
haven't
and I
done
want to
anything
use it
about this.
myself, and I want to retweet it and amplify so other people can find it too. It's really powerful.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thank you. No, I haven't really sent this to anyone or
This
anything.
is
It's
so
just
much
sort of
more. I mean,
stuff
I've
that
seen the SEO thing you built a while ago, but let me just like
Mm.
between you and I as friends, this is like 10x better.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know why. I think it's probably because it's your encapsulating all of your experience, as a YouTuber and what works and what doesn't work, and kind of navigating and guiding the user from like start to finish. And
True.
there's so many
Yeah.
aha moments along the way, right? Every almost
Mm.
button is an aha moment, and the hook and rehook thing. Like there's a lot of these like subjective opinions you have that have embedded into the flow that are very helpful for others.
Oh,
Um,
cool. Yeah.
hey
To
Garrett,
be honest,
get it join. Yeah,
how's it going? To be honest, I hadn't really thought about this even as a product. It's just this is just for my workflow, and I
this
thought
is
it was pretty cool.
very super powerful. Put a Stripe link, and then like just give me access. I'll play with it.
Thanks.
Okay, so then it goes to script. Yeah, we saw the script writer. Then what's the next one? Yeah, description. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Why is it
yeah.
saying coming soon though? But if you have the script, it should not be that hard for description, right? Or no?
True, true. Yeah, just I
It's
haven't
just a
got that far
flow
yet,
thing.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And then publish checklist. You just make sure everything. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. It's done. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Soup. I love the pipeline idea. Now I get it because I was initially curious, like what is. So either you could do one-off things at any point, like any of those individually, or you could go through the whole pipeline. That's the.
That's the idea, yeah. And
Mm.
I think something big is happening in software with this idea. I suppose if you think about what each of these are, like each of these are like one app that we probably would have had before,
Yeah, like one
where it's like
microservice app. Yep. Yep.
yeah, so it'd be like one app where it's the thumbnail studio. But I realized recently it was like for like SEO as well, because there's like loads of different things in SEO. And it's like you don't want to go to this one to do that, to do this, to do that. It's like, why don't we have them all in together? And then the thing about like OpenClaw, for example, one of the important things was this persistent
Yes.
memory, and it's
Memory.
like having the memory there of like what I'm working on is like one of the biggest things in AI. I
Yes.
suppose that it's like for me it's like I use Claude all day, every day, and
Yeah.
it's like it knows everything about me. And then it's like whenever it forgets anything, I'm like really annoyed because I'm like, you know that I don't do this, like. So it's like memory is like the most important thing. So I thought like this is the thing that is going to be make your app a little bit more valuable if you have the memory of the workflow. Basically, that's the way I think about it.
I love the idea. Garrett, you missed a few parts of the demo, but it was epic. I mean, just to recap, like he's got all these microservice tools that help you if you're a YouTuber, right? Like you generate ideas, the first one. Then you can refine your idea, and all of this is from the lens of what makes it optimal for YouTube, right? Like all the sort of subjective knowledge around YouTube video creation. Like the title has to have a hook in it, all those things. But what's cool is that the pipeline view is he combined all these microservice tools into like almost like a life cycle pipeline. And you
Mhm.
start with an idea, yeah, and you start with an idea, but then it takes you to the refinement, and then you keep pressing buttons, and the AI will generate the next step, the next step, the next step, and you can iterate in between as well. But like you go from idea to the published checklist all the
Yeah,
way.
it's really cool because you have kind of like you can do this refining, like
Yeah.
that you have like it's like kind of your digital work table or
Yes.
like where you put the things together, mix and match, and then you come out or get the outcome that you actually were
Right.
looking for.
It's I fully agree. I think
And
it's yeah. Go on. Sorry.
and I like your shirt that you wear on all the thumbnails.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you got on there?
Yeah.
What's the
It's like always this flower shirt, I think.
yeah?
Yeah. You got to stand out. I think that's the reason.
So anyway, that's great, man. Love the app. I mean, love the build. Oh yeah, yeah. He's got and yeah, yeah. He's about to just pick up a margarita and go to a beach. He's just
Yeah.
ready. He's on a resort somewhere. So Connor, let's talk about some design choices and some of the stack choices and things like that that I think may be educational for anyone watching this. Um, so first, the tell me about the stack. What were some of the tools you used to bring this to life?
Well, yeah, basically just use bolt.new to
Right,
make the tool.
right.
Like I said before, I use the
And the
prompt.
AI piece, what? Where's the AI inference coming from? Bolt Cloud,
Yeah, it's probably
or do you
well,
are
like
you like
the
calling out, for example, like the Nano Banana piece, right? When you do the
oh yeah, so yeah, for the AI smart responses and all that,
right
it's I think it's Gemini actually. Just I think I just put Gemini because I already had Gemini. I usually would put Claude, but because I've got Gemini
in the
model
Nano
also
Banana,
here
yeah.
in the Nano Banana 2 for the thumbnail, so I just stuck with Gemini for this
And
app.
so you just give the Gemini API keys into your app and then took it from there, right? Like bring
Yeah,
your own keys
yeah,
style.
pretty
Yeah.
much. I started with this one. I think that was the important part. It was like to start with the hardest one, what I assumed would be the
Mm,
hardest. Because all of these other ones are just text based
text.
and they're pretty easy to make. They behind the scenes they have the same technology really, but the image models is often the most difficult one. As you see, I'm still kind of still working on the prompts to get it. That's not really ideal. So some I still need to work on this a little bit.
Are you
So
planning on incorporating some kind of a point and click, like, visual editor feature into that? Is that possible at all? Like, for example, like if you click on that, yeah, can you make your app make it so that the user can just simply point the cursor into like that div or maybe that piece of that live in
mm,
seconds piece and say, okay, update that text alone. But it would
yeah, I
be,
hadn't thought about that. Yeah, to edit it.
yeah. I wonder how easy
Yeah,
or hard that is though to get you to do it.
yeah.
So
I'm not too sure. It shouldn't be too hard because of the fact that like this is done in different parts. As in, this is the reference, this is the element, and this is the other part.
text, yeah,
Um, so it's
is
possible.
interesting.
Yeah, you probably can't just change like this word, but you can probably change this section
The
or this
section, yeah,
section or me, for example.
right.
Yeah, that's a
Very
good
cool.
idea.
So
I'm gonna
that's so
start with that.
anyway. So anyway, the whole thing was built in Bolt, right? And using Nano Banana for AI pieces and Gemini for AI.
Hmm.
Anything else that is part of any other tool that you're
I
um,
think for the design and this kind of part, I just said use linear.app as
example? Yeah,
design inspiration.
yeah,
I like the way they have their website, and
yeah.
it is
They're
cool.
epic. Yeah,
Yeah, just this kind of premium feel to it.
yeah.
And but yeah, as I
One of the
said,
things about you, though, I think I've noticed. I don't know if I said this last time too. Your apps over time, as someone who's been following you, have come a long way in design and look and
mm,
feel. Because we all started at Purple Gradient, back in the day,
yeah, I
right?
did definitely. Yeah.
And I have always pushed so hard to make sure that my apps stood out a little bit more. I'd rather them be weird and quirky, but represent me, and I'd rather take that risk as opposed to looking like Purple Gradients and like yeah, slop. And I think this one, when I first saw it, my first look was like, wait, is this your app or is this something like you're showing me that somebody else built as a like a real SaaS tool?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so it's so good. It's gotten a long way from early days.
Yeah, definitely. I only realized that when the first one that I made was for the Bolt
Yeah,
hackathon, and
yeah,
I thought it looked so cool at the time. I was like, this looks really really cool. I was like,
yeah.
this,
Now it's all
it,
cringe. You look back and I'm like, why is my? I remember my first two three apps. Now I look back, I'm like, oh my god, they're so cringe. But
yeah,
that's how we grow, right?
exactly.
And
Yeah, I
then
went back and changed that, and I was like, this has to be better.
I'm curious though, like to feed it to not do the AI slop. Um, do you have any tips for anyone watching? Is giving a reference like linear.app or something premium like that? Does that help, or is there any
That's the
screenshots?
number one. That's the number one thing I found because otherwise you spend a lot of time trying to describe something that's
Yeah,
like quite difficult to describe, and if you just give it like show examples, is like that is the best thing that's worked for me.
yeah. I do sometimes I do, which I haven't tried this reference model, but I do Mobbin, so I give screenshots from mobbin.com quite often.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they've got some really cool, like they've got all the brands, like got Airbnb, and they got all these like cool brands that have cool screens, including Shopify and all that, Apple TV Plus, all that. So, it picks it up from there, and that's helpful. But I haven't tried sort of just saying, like the linear.com or stripe.com, that kind of thing. I'm really curious to try that now. Um, the other thing I do is when I use Cloud Code, or especially when I use Cloud Code, I guess, and or Netlify agent runners, which has Cloud Code inside of it. I just say there's a front end skill, that I just copy paste that and just say, hey, follow this front end skill, and it's night and day difference. Because the skill, the way it's written, is very well written. They have like do's and don'ts, and the model will follow that really well. So I've seen a lot of
Nice.
difference. So if you haven't tried out the skills side of it, it's really powerful to try it out.
Yeah, I've been
Um,
doing that more with marketing things.
yeah,
Yeah,
marketing
like I've been
skills.
using
Yeah,
Cloud Code more for marketing, and then I just use Bolt because or Lovable or something. I know many people use the more technical ones, but for me, it's like it's just I want to go as fast as I can.
possible.
So
Yeah,
I like the way it's like the super base and stuff is integrated, and
yes,
Netlify is already integrated, so
yes,
I can just go really really fast,
fast.
and
Yeah,
I don't need to think about those other things.
yeah,
I know that Stripe now is the hardest part still. Trying
yeah.
to get the Stripe gates
I
and
know.
all
I
that.
wish Stripe was like one click, right? I know it's
Yeah.
just make it one click for sandbox, which is testing, one click for
Oh
production,
yeah, yeah,
right?
definitely.
And
Yeah.
it's still like it's easier than in the past, like
Can
5 years.
we name Stripe alternatives that you
Yeah.
made already positive experiences with? Because I mean, to be honest, I said like I did Stripe once, and like I hated it. I hated the whole like I don't
Experience,
know, yeah,
integration.
the whole experience, integration, like the
Yeah,
setup stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I could give now like a whole list of like alternatives you can use, and these are
that's
like way
good. I mean,
faster.
what's working for you? Like, alternatives. I'm just
So if you are, I would say, if you're coming more from the programming side, you should definitely take a look at polar.sh.
yes, huge,
It's
huge.
like the good thing is so they have like they do it like very fast for you, and especially like when you have experience with Stripe, like you always think, yeah, but so now they have at one point maybe will have all your money. How do I get my money out? When do I
Right.
need to do tax? I mean, Stripe did it now with the managed payments. If you don't
Yeah.
know this, you should
Yeah.
look up this one. Um, but usually it's very good because what you should look for is like that you have a merchant of record, which is
Yeah.
called. So they kind of do like at least the tax in the country where the person is buying it,
Yep.
the
Yep.
stuff for you. So and I know that has some limitation because I'm whew, for like over 10 years I'm like on Gumroad. I know that was like very very early. Um, you can still use this one as well. I mean, so there's like I heard Cream. I don't know Cream IO.
Cream.io is one.
Dodo. I just
Dodo
saw
payments. Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. So we used to track some of these when I used to work at Paddle, Gerrit.
Yeah,
And
that's
Paddle
true. Yeah.
Paddle was one of them. I was there for almost a year and a half, and we were tracking all of these, right? And then a lot of our developer audience were either using Stripe or Paddle or Polar and Lemon Squeezy. There was like a series of these MORs that came into the market. Um, but yeah, I think what still, to me, to your point, Connor, has been still a challenge from a vibe coder point of view, non-technical persona, is like you said, the deployment has become so easy. One click deploy to Netlify, oversell, whatever, right? Um, Previews and image generation has become easy with Nano Banana. Just so. However, the payment integration is still, not that one click or relatively breezy. We're not saying one click, like just one click. It could be like 25 clicks, but like it should be like breezy enough without having to feel like, oh, it's like, complicated parameters and all that. And so I think there's some opportunity there if anyone's, watching or listening, to make it easier. But
Yeah.
okay, so let's actually switch gears if it's okay. Thank you so much, Connor. That was awesome. Excellent
It was cool.
presentation,
Yeah.
demo. Yeah, really cool what you're building. And please put it out there on Twitter and LinkedIn, and let us know.
Will
And
do.
put it out in
Definitely.
our AI shippers, and would love to play with it. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Connor. Okay, while you're there, you can stay on, Connor, and we can look at what Gerrit's got. Gerrit.
I just need to start my part with to finish our last part. Most of them they're just Stripe anyway. So, but
Yes.
it's like
Another.
a difference.
Yes.
So don't fool yourself with thinking, oh, I'm using this payment. It's all Stripe, but it's
Yeah.
just so. At one point they made it something easier, but as we found out now here all together, so you can still go more steps further,
Yeah.
especially for the vibe coding
Yeah.
community. So there is still
Room.
potential
Yeah.
and room to fill. Yeah,
Yeah.
potential and room to fill.
Yeah.
So I
And
have
Gary, as you pull
basic,
up, you're joining us
yeah,
from Poland, correct?
yes, from Wrocław.
Nice.
I hope I
Awesome.
pronounced that correctly. I'm still in the learning phase.
Wait, how are you in the learning phase? You're in. I mean, you're German, Austrian.
I'm German, yes,
Yes, gotcha.
but I moved to Poland and didn't regret it so far. So it was very
Nice.
nice. It's very nice, yeah.
That's nice. That's awesome.
So
So
you
yeah,
should see now a browser. Yes.
is it coming up? Yeah, there we go. Now we see it.
So what I could show, there was like, I mean, I've, as you can see, I have a couple of tabs opened here. I've prepared some stuff, but maybe one thing that was very interesting now, because this one is as well a very new project. So it's
Yep.
basically a QR code generator.
And let me tell
That,
you, you know this.
yeah,
We talked about the cleanest QR code generator I've seen on the internet. So thank
yeah,
you.
that's, yeah.
This is a public service they're doing for the for the world. Thank you.
We could maybe say this is the only QR code generator interface made with ShadCN so far, because everything else looks like 10 years ago.
Right.
Maybe I should call it QRCN or something. Let's see.
That's
But
fun. Yeah.
so this is a very, very young project as well. As you can see, this is already live under qrcodebanana.com. And my main intention was one thing you mentioned already. So there's like not really, I mean, maybe I know two good QR code websites which are not in my way of just making a QR code, because like if I have some client work, usually like let's say like every once or twice per week I need to make a QR code. And then I decided yeah, to do this here myself. And as well, this got already upgraded a couple of times. So we have different features. So, I mean, first of all, we have different types. I can change the URL here. This is like the default QR banana. And then as well, we have some different styles. My personal favorite is this one. This one looks really cool. And what we have new as well, you can now change as well the styles of the borders and the center elements. And it's very interesting
Can I
when
ask you a
you,
question
yeah,
here, Garrett?
yeah,
I've
yeah,
always
yeah.
wondered, as a user of QR codes, those dotted lines and the the dash lines and all those things. Can you make it so that it can form a specific sort of a representation of an image or something? You know, for example, like if you want those dots, the design inside to look like I don't know, like some logo, Netlify logo, for example. Can you do
Yeah.
that? Or are there limitations on in
No,
theory?
I know you can, and this is definitely one thing I want to go further maybe as well. I mean, maybe some people knew this. There was like this where people made this like I think as well with Nano Banana or like AI image generation, where we had like kind of like a photo or landscape scene, and there was the QR code implemented like
Yeah.
in a photo. I mean, I thought as well one logical step from here would go there, but to be honest, I have never seen stuff like this
Anyone use that really?
anywhere. But
I
what
think
you just mentioned is exactly what I think where we'll go now, and maybe is so that you kind of can like
because that is a
use
big
your,
leap, though. I know what you're saying.
yeah,
So that is a big leap. Like, for example, going from this sort of black and white experience of like this sort of clean image. I mean, yeah, this color, but like the clean QR code flow, jumping from here to like I've seen some like these what do you call it, like cinematic view, like a mountain, and then on the top of the mountain there's a QR code like
yeah,
structure, right? Now technically if you pull up the phone, it may work. It may pull up the link from that mountain view, whatever. I think that's like cool for like just marketing purposes, just for fun, but really nobody's going to use it. More
yeah,
realistically, people are going to use this on like badges or whatever. But what I'm saying is instead of the random dots that you're seeing there in the circle, in the square, can the dots represent Netlify logo, the N?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can. That's more tricky, I would say, because you need like so the 0 and 1s. So if it's like a black or white square, like these ones need to be filled or not. But what I saw, I didn't pull this up now here, but that was my idea of the next step where we will go from here, is that, for example, you could now imagine that the black areas here
Yes.
are like, let's make it reset again. So these ones would be like kind of like islands, and
Yeah.
the background is like water. So you couldn't, so everything that kind of has like a surface, you could kind of imitate here. So and with this one, you could. I was thinking about as well, checking if I can implement shadow effect somehow. So or like you. What would be as well a great case, you put in here for design. Yeah, you go in design, you add here netlify.com, and then it will check which colors
Yes.
are on the website. So you
Yeah.
like kind of get really like a branded thing. We have as well like
Nice.
the logo upload here, but again, it's just like not.
So
it's
the
not
logo
sexy.
upload, actually, how does that flow work? Can you show me if you don't mind? Do you have any logo ready, or do you want me to
I
give
don't
you?
have any logo ready. No,
I'll give
and
you a
I don't
logo.
know
Hey,
what we will see. You know, you can give me a logo. Yeah.
I'll give you a logo. Yeah,
But
keep
that will
going though.
basically, so far as well, you can only place them in the center. I haven't seen any other thing, but yeah, that is so. What I have done here as well, what I haven't seen so far, I did this as well with AI, checking like what do other QR codes generate are missing, is that this thing gives you actually like a contrast feedback on your background. So let's say if I do this now, go lighter, you see that it will at one point fail. And that is like something that I haven't seen so far, which I think helps real. And obviously, when you do like one of the biggest feature I always need is transparent background.
Yes.
Then obviously we don't have the contrast checker, but here you can now. So what I then notice is when you want to make a very bright QR code, you barely see it, so you can change the preview background.
Ooh, I like it.
This
Nice.
is, but this is just for the preview. So when you download the SVG, it will be just a white
Transparent. Yeah, I like it.
SVG.
Actually, that feels good. So actually, if you don't mind, look in the chat in the bottom. I just pasted a link. So download that. I'm curious how that shows up on your tool.
I think you should just see my browser page anyway. Or you don't see you still see, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're back at the QR code.
Yeah, I see it here. So let's see. There it is.
Oh. So it shows up in the center. Got it.
So yeah, right now it does like a cutout, and but here I'm still working on. So you can like set as well the logo size.
Nice.
And the
then
shape.
The logo is probably, if I gave you the transparent logo, that would have been better because I gave you the.
No, yeah, but it still needs to cut it out because you would not see it. So and you, as you can see, like it has like so the error correction will be higher when you have this.
Got
but there was as well one of these advanced tools where it like locks to high when you have a logo, because when I just remove it now, you can see I can do this as well simple. So the more detailed it is, the less chance there that it will fail to scan. So but this like all the stuff you can like that goes here all together. And then
what about text? If you don't mind, can you add a text and show what you mean? Oh, the text. So
text is just text basically. So when you scan it, you would just see like the text.
Wow.
Like a text box, yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, it's like crazy, but so I saw this actually here at the doctor the first time, I think, that you can actually enter here your Wi-Fi.
I did not know that. Wow.
And then you can scan it and it just locks you into the Wi-Fi then automatically.
That is actually cool because, especially in coffee shops, right? You can, instead of trying to like figure out all these things, they should just do that.
And you can see like, so like you can set up which services that is it hidden. You can even put hidden ones here, so you would not even see this only by scanning.
Nice.
And there is really cool things like virtual this V
card.
card.
Yeah.
But this one will still need to have But this one would be then something where I wanted to try the Netlify blob stuff that you can
Save.
upload as well profile pictures.
Oh,
So
nice.
then you would have like the contact in your iOS or Android
Oh,
device
that's
directly.
smart. What about the SMS? What does the SMS do?
SMS opens a new SMS window with these things, like the same with email. So
Wow.
if you put email here, so this is the email address where it would come from. Then what you write, so the subject, and so the email address. This is one will be where it will be sent to.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking here at this point, at this juncture, is Gerrit, for example, if someone's doing a giveaway for marketing giveaway, right? In that context, they could have like a QR code that they generate, and if they can have a say, hey, reply to this phone number or SMS this phone number with the code, I don't know, Netlify or whatever XYZ code, and you get $100 100 credits or something during a campaign and during the day. And I think that could be an interesting use case.
Yeah.
You can collect all the phone numbers or whatever that people give or emails, and so
Yeah, and because you can, I mean, this stuff. So this stuff you can all predefine. You
Yeah.
could like do this here, like then event,
Yeah.
and you put like the code
Yeah.
in here. So and then you get the email, and you can filter like all the
Yes.
incomes, and then maybe pick a random one, and that's a winner. Yeah.
That's the winner. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think that could be a fun.
Yeah, I did this as well. So this is, but this it's there. Like if you go into the world of QR codes, it's like goes very deep. But what I actually wanted to show as well, because it would be very interesting, more of Netlify case, because
First of all, this went live. When did this go live? The day after Nano Banana 2 came out, right?
Yeah, no, actually it came like I think a week before. I don't know.
Okay.
So what I can say when you are hosting on Netlify is what is really interesting is when you have this observability. So where you can basically see like how your app, like how many times like people go on a website or on a page or like interact with your app, and yeah, it's just a very interesting part which I discovered just like beginning this year.
Really nice, because it actually went live last December, so perfect timing.
Okay then.
Yes.
So that is very nice. Maybe.
So you're saying you're enjoying that feature, yeah?
I really enjoy this feature just to have a look in, and especially as well, you can see here why like stuff fails, and then this is a very good number.
So what's appealing about this to you as opposed to just analytics?
Because it's basically just anonymized analytics, which I only need. I mean, besides this, I usually use simple analytics.
Yes.
But the main reason for that was that I just hate cookie banners.
Yeah.
As a European, I hate cookie banners. So
that's the ultimate irony, right?
Exactly. So anonymous data is like every time totally fine, but here I just have here it's like more on a technical level. On the other side, it's more like on the like visitor and page view level.
Right.
And that is just interesting to see like when stuff fails and why.
So since you went live, this is the last 7 days, but can you go to like last maybe a month or something?
I'm not good enough.
So yeah, that was my sneaky way of trying to get you on enterprise plan. Just kidding. That was a sales pitch. Just kidding. So, but what I'm curious though is in your traffic patterns, right? When you went live, when I thought it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago or something. What was your peak day? I'm curious about when did you notice like a peak before this peak we're seeing right now, or is this the peak?
Yeah, I think it was what is like a little hack, but I would be a little bit careful to that too much. So I posted on I think 2 subreddits this QR code tool, but
Nice.
mostly just like guys like here check it, like I built this. I think it was on I built this subreddit or something. But you can see it's like Reddit is getting over flooded now by all
AI slop comments,
by the slop comment, and as well the vibe coders. So you need to be, so don't do it more like a sales pitch. because this is what people are very, I would say, resistant and angry about when
Yeah.
someone infiltrates
Yes.
your subreddit. So I would basically, I mean, what I would definitely would start with is that you check in. For example, here it was, I think there's a QR subreddit, which is like very, people just posted QR codes, and I would not recommend to scan them, I think. But there are some as well vibe coders I saw who posted stuff that about QR codes. So, and what I would recommend to do is like you go somewhere where maybe, or you search for someone asking for a good QR code tool, and there
Nice.
you comment like, hey, like check this out. But as well, don't write exactly your link. Just say how it's called, or maybe
Oh,
so write. In this case, I would not write the URL, but I would just write it maybe like this, so with a space, so it's not a
space.
link,
Yeah.
but your name will be there.
Right. So
And
indirect mentions or something like that, but don't be so
yeah,
like
don't
salesy.
do sales pitch, because
Yeah.
this is, or don't say like save 5,000 hours with my new QR tool like this.
Right.
It's you will see that when you check these separates, the stuff is full of that.
Yeah.
But maybe before I forget it, because that is very interesting feature as well, I added here the request feature, which I just put here, and this is basically just a Netlify form.
Nice.
And so if you vibe code anything, I would definitely recommend you just check Netlify forms, put it in there, and just say like you found a bug or you see something missing. Just write it, because this thing has like, I never got spam on all over the years, never got spam. You can then set it up that you get an email when someone sends a request.
Why did you never get spam? It's because Netlify does the
There's this, yeah,
spam.
there's that is as well written in the docs. It's called the honeypot.
Yes.
So you have like a hidden field in your markup, but it's very nicely explained. I think I did this the first time, oh my God, like eight, maybe 9 years ago. So it's very nicely explained that you can have a hidden field that a spam bot would fill out. And when this is filled out, you cannot send it, but a
Yeah.
normal human would never see it. So, and I've never seen any spam. I've seen big companies that use very expensive form tools, and they constantly get bombarded. They have a captcha, and they
Yeah.
still get spam. And I don't have anything here, and I never got spam. So
And
that
you're just using Netlify forms, and that's doing
highly
magic.
recommended Netlify forms, yes, for everything. And you can even have, I could even do like three. I could do one bug report, one feature request form, and bring them into different forms. So you can have multiple forms on your page for Netlify. That is very good as well.
I love it. Love it. I've been using forms on my, Netlify builds too. And that only happened recently, and I'm loving it. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's super.
it's just one line, especially if you're using agent runners. Because what I say is I just say use Netlify forms, and it knows the configurations, right? It knows, like all of the backend, how to enable it, all of those things.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, so simple. So yeah.
Maybe just to, because I just opened this one here too, because we talked about
Yes.
making stuff not look AI slop.
Yes, please. Let's go. Yeah.
Because
Let's
so
before I
one,
finish though, on
yeah.
that note, sorry, can you go back to this? Yeah. So can you talk about stack? What was your stack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so stack is here. I guess it's overkill for this one, but it's Next.js 16.
Nice.
We have ShadCN. I use
For the
here
CSS?
for everything for the UI.
Yeah, UI.
I did most of the stuff when I used AI agent with Claude Code.
So the code generation was all Claude Code?
And not all, but most of I would say the stuff around it. Like I started with the bare bone stuff, and then like graduated or like expanded from there as well. Like
Nice.
so, I did some stuff for like what should we mention. So you see like there's a lot of what kind of use cases we can have.
Nice.
This stuff I can highly recommend as well. When you do anything, find the other sites that do the stuff that you are building as well, and try to make a comparison.
Nice. It's also great marketing practice too, FYI,
That's very
right?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's helpful from maybe keywords point of view, but also apart from the keywords and SEO side, I think personally, it's like the way people, especially when you enter a crowded category, the number one question people are asking without even asking, they're mentally thinking that question is, how are you different?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? From the 800 other options. And so by openly calling it out, as opposed to subtly mentioning in some copy somewhere, like some creative writing, no, just like openly calling it out like a table or some section, you're first of all forcing yourself to think how am I different,
Yeah, yeah.
which is I
And here
think
as well, like see how like what it just helps to like see where you stand and
yes,
what is like the landscape
yes,
you are
so
in.
very
I mean,
smart.
this one is the very lazy one. I should do not just others, but like find actually 5,
Some names,
the
yeah,
biggest
yeah,
ones, and
yeah.
compare this and this.
That could
But
probably come in your V2, Garrett, right? Like in your next
that
version of this.
that
But at least something is
100%.
better than nothing. I feel like even just there, it's more powerful. Okay, so keep going. You were going to show something else.
I could show because we talked about making stuff not look like slop,
Yes.
and so this was one thing I'm working on currently as well. It's called Ask Mention, where
Ooh,
it's basically, but this one will be updated very soon as well. That will mature a little bit. So
right.
it's basically like it makes like an audit about like if your website is like
Nice.
citable or visible by AI chatbots. Then here was like a lot of stuff. I mean, you can. So I will show you the skills which I used
Yeah,
because I did barely anything here, but I think from my point it did a really good job
it does.
doing all
First of
of
all, it
this
looks
stuff.
amazing.
And we're not even done. So I mean, so colors are very good. Okay, here's an image broken, nice. They will do
Even the
for later.
copywriting is really good. It's very crisp.
The copywriting and which section I like as well. This one went
Wow.
very well. So this is me,
Yeah.
but with glasses. um, so it did as well, like very nice the gradients. So this is like just as, like if you can see the, like a
Yeah.
circular gradient in the
Yeah.
background. Um, and then I think we don't
Even
have
the
any
go to
others.
FAQs and look at the nice little, yeah. Wow. Nice. Smooth.
So, and because what I can tell you, so basically I just said, like I gathered everything together, what I want to do and what
Right.
it does right now. So a practical example, I just built this. How do you make money with it?
Right.
I just made a Gumroad item. You
Right.
can just go here to the checkout. You can add custom fields here, so they can enter the company name, the company website, and then they will like I will get the infos
Right.
and bring them the audit back. This whole thing was inspired by Peter Levels,
Yeah.
where I heard in an interview that when he started with the avatar IO, with the avatar
Yeah.
generation,
Yeah.
he just had a Stripe checkout, and when people sent him money, he just made the avatar and then manually and send it to them. So
Right.
this is basically the same. So
Yes.
that's no
He's
SaaS
the
or
ultimate
anything.
indie hacker, right? Like
Exactly. And
talk about this focus on speed and execution and just validation. I love
yes,
that.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So keep it like try to make money without building any login.
Yes.
So then you're already ahead of many people who are still like having the problem with
Right.
databases and everything. So what I use, so now we get to the proper thing. So what I definitely can recommend is front end
Yeah, this is
design
the one.
skill.
This is the one I used. I was in my previous example. This is the one I've been using too.
Yeah, but it's like it's good, but it only gets really perfect when you combine it with this one.
Oh,
So
okay.
UI UX Pro Max.
Okay, so
Uh,
okay, I need the flow. So can you
yeah.
share what do you start with? You start with the previous one?
So yeah, so you start with the previous. So what works pretty well is when you let's say I don't know how, to be honest, I don't know if I had this even. So in this case now, most of the stuff I did with ChatCN. So if you use any front-end library,
Yeah.
you like very define it, okay, or like give not like, search for a skill for your front-end library that helps very well.
Yeah.
Then you just do a copywriting. So you do the copywriting, give it like everything what you want to have and where it should be. Can be just a markdown file already in the project. I usually do like a docs or a specs folder where I put like all the info. Um, and then you like say, so use your front-end design skill and build the website. And this like, so the first version you will see then, you can like kind of fine tune. And when this one is done, you basically let it run with this one again. And this one will bring it to the next level
So this
mostly.
is like a nitro boost you do like towards the end almost.
Yeah, so I did some stuff where I just used this, but then I realized or like I noticed it uses a lot of tokens.
Mm.
And so because then you you come in with the like you roll in with the big tank. But when you have it already kind of like everything figured out, most of the things, then this one is better for fine tuning.
Got it.
And then you do the last step, where it's like this, then really looks good.
Nice. Got it. That's the flow. Okay, I'm gonna try this, this week. So I'm really excited that you gave a nice little hack, nice little tool.
Do I have this? Yeah. So then you can do stuff like this as well.
Nice.
So maybe this like little, maybe the opposite part. So this like a little game as well on Netlify. But when you find something that is just like interesting. So I found this 98
CSS.
CSS. So this stuff is like super old, and it was like, it's just so easy now to take this stuff. So you go on GitHub, yeah, you give this one to your agent
To Cloud
and say
Code or
like,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
make my app look like this. And
Yeah.
these are already optimized for already so many years. Like these things are so old, and you have as well like XP or 7CSS, like
Wow.
try as well to do some funny stuff. Like I
This is
just
so fun.
did
I
this
built
stuff.
a I built something that had like CVS receipt UI. The receipts, like, when you go to like grocery stores and all that, you have like the receipt, right? And I wanted to build a site that had all the content of the site looks like a grocery store receipt.
That's
And
good as well.
and as long as I was able to find that design reference, which I did, it took some while for me to find the design. Once I did, it one shotted it. I was like, wow,
And so the UI Pro Max as well helped me with the
Yes.
interface
Tell us about this actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What kind of
Uh,
Pro Max things have you applied for this one?
so this one was we need to
You've
check.
been working on this for a long time, so
This,
you've been iterating on it for years, right?
yeah, and I had still, like you say, this Pixar never happened. So I have the proof here that I worked on this already 2014. I found this old screenshot still. I still had it
So it's
in
not AI.
Illustrator.
Yeah.
Not um, so I worked on this one a long time, and it kind of it very much matured as well, thanks to or like before AI already I had the npm package, but like managing like an npm package like this, it's just so much more enjoyable. Or like where you find what I would say as well, like with all the you say like vibe coding or like AI shippers, but in reality, like, so the passion you have is like not limited by technical
Yeah.
barriers you have. So you can kind of put on the skates and get going and find out on the way if that works, if it's like interesting for people, and not like spend years of like learning and experimenting and failing. Because on this one I did that very much, but since we are like on coding, like on AI codes, like I jumped to the next version here. So this one is like it's basically just an SVG icon set,
Yeah.
which has the pixel look, which are just very much like we have as well. This one I created then a very easy subpage, so you get like free cursors, like all
Nice.
the hand stuff
I know
and
you're
so.
using one of them, right?
Not here yet. I actually should use that on the
Wait,
website.
I thought I saw one. You were
When you hover, you see
yeah,
them
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but for this one, like I used as well some of the Promax, but this, like, let's say this is more a very delicate thing, because you can very fast very quickly break the interface feel, because you cannot put them anywhere in the amount like here. You need to be a little bit more careful. But this is like it's very grown up. It's growing. There will be next week. We are now on 2,200. That will be doubled next
Wow.
week. So it's going to be huge.
Exciting. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for the demos. And I want to say one. So for that one, just to close the loop on that, you said you just used the Pro Max skill on it recently too.
Yeah, so Pro Max decided, because I was I don't wanted to use a pixel font, normal sans serif font looks like this place. It actually recommended the Nippo. It's like Nippo font, so which
Font.
just has like this like rectangular borders.
Nice.
So
Nice.
and that fits. Since then, I'll
Fits
use
well.
that even for the logo and everything. So that worked.
Nice. It's awesome. Truly working and collaborating with AI, right? So it's really fun. Awesome. Thank you so much, Gerrit, for your cool demo and all of the things you've been building. And I really appreciate you being part of the AI Shippers program. As Connor, as you would agree, learning so much every day from developers, and I know, you guys would agree, developers learning so much from non-developers and vibe coders for moving so fast has been so much fun. So, thanks for joining this community showcase, and keep building, keep tinkering, and I'll hopefully see you again in one of the future showcases. All right.
Thank you,
Thank
Casey.
you.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you all.